You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready. Okay. 3, 2, 1, action. Welcome back to this installment of the Land of Work and Joy podcast. I'm your host, Mr. K, my co-host, Blessed, and Saint J.
Yeah.
Achana po.
We know, Chan.
Mama, Blessed.
Easy, man.
Yeah, okay, that's good, man.
Yeah.
How's the week been?
We're pushing and there.
Wow.
Tamaide could even Rick Ross, my guys.
Oh, didn't help that, man.
Rick
bro.
Ross,
It was too much. 15.
15?
No, my brother.
Some people are getting loans just to, go there.
That's the last thing I would ever do. You get
A
loan.
loan for Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get a loan.
You make up,
Yeah, you get a loan. No. No. And just going for a show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a once in a lifetime
Yeah,
situation.
bro. And there's so like
just going to see someone be like, no.
I saw a comment like, so you people are paying 15,000
Yes.
to go see a man who's not fit performing that an unfit man performing for what?
Yeah.
He said his reasons, and I was like,
Yeah, people, man, they be talking out.
Yeah, and there was that picture that was trending, like I don't know if it's a lady or a gentleman who was capturing, but the screen of the phone is broken.
It's like, what
Like, yeah, why would
buy
you go for a
yourself a
show when
phone?
your phone is like that? Man, like, hey.
So once in a lifetime.
No,
situation.
bro, 15. No.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, let's get into it, gents. We have another interesting one lined up for you, your favorite people to talk about, the ones who bring you the numbers, the ones who bring you the hate, the ones who bring you new followers. None other than Yo Maps.
Olios team.
Vashtendai.
Vashtendai.
Na Fimbi Freisa.
Which is Madame coming in as defensive midfield. Kidist
Kifle.
with Kandeki also playing as a defensive midfield.
Right? Isn't it top man? Top man.
Attacking midfield.
Attacking there.
Anybody more? Yeah, so there's last week, on the other episode rather, we had talked about like the whole controversy of how there's a pastor. He had raised certain concerns about Yo Maps' budget video. It had certain elements that were showing LGBTQ activities and, seemingly promoting those type of activities. I think it's 2 clips. In actuality, where like it's 2 girls kissing. We talked about it on the last episode. And ever since that whole issue just blew up like this whole past week, it's just been crazy.
It's been on and on.
Yeah, because the pastor in question, Pastor Jeremiah Ngonomo, he brought the whole issue up.
Yeah.
So initially he was talking about it on his Facebook page.
Yeah.
So this guy is going to put out a video, this kind of like situation in the video, and we're all just going to sit. So we are all just okay with that, even if it's going against our cultural and moral values. It's promoting something that is illegal because in Zambia, for our international audience, homosexuality is a crime. It is illegal. Yeah, he raised some concerns about that. So he then went on to follow it up. He went on to formally write to the IBA, Zambia, Independent Broadcasting Authority, Zambia, the Broadcasting Complaints Commission, and the Minister of Youth, Sports and Arts, Honorable Elvis Nkandu. He also added an attempted follow-up through WhatsApp, but there was no response. Things were still a bit slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like after the first time he did that, no one responded, then he followed it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then it moved on from there now.
Yeah.
So let me just run you through it real quick. Okay? So this whole situation starts April 20th, 2026. The release, this is when the music video for Budget is released by Yo Maps. It quickly trends and draws immediate criticism on social media for scenes depicting same-sex intimacy, which many viewers label as un-Zambian. That's the first thing that happened. Second thing, April 28th, the pastoral warning. Pastor Jeremiah Julius Ngonomo goes public, stating he tried to contact Yo Maps team privately to voice concerns about the video's morality, but was ignored. He calls for a national conversation on cultural values. Okay, so that was on the 28th. That's the second thing that happened. Third thing, escalation by the clergy. Okay? The outcry grows. Reverend Walter Mwambazi hosts a nearly hour-long live broadcast warning Yo Maps of spiritual consequences, while influencer Lydian Mutambo and other religious leaders demanded the video be pulled down. So Lydian Mutambo also found the chance to get her jabs in there. Since, they do have some friction. Some time back, I'm not really familiar as to what the beef was about, but I do know that they do have some friction. They're not cordial like that.
Oh, yeah.
So she also threw in the jab. So May 2nd, 2026, ZAM steps in, the homie B-Flow. The Zambian Association of Musicians President B-Flow issues a statement claiming ZAM has successfully mediated with Yo Maps team and Real Studios. He announces that the video will be edited to align with Zambian values. Okay, still going. Tied up now. So now we go into part 2. I think for me this must have been the most interesting part of it. So part 2, I titled it Kidist versus B-Flow.
Okay.
Yeah. So May 3rd, 2026 morning, Kidist fires back. Kidist, Yo Maps' wife, publicly disputes B-Flow's claims. She asserts that ZAM never contacted the artist and accuses B-Flow of chasing clouds and creating a spectacle rather than acting professionally. Okay. May 3rd, 2026, midday. Same day. The soccer mockery.
Detailed, man.
Kidist escalates the feud by mocking ZAM's relevance, famously suggesting that the association's only real activity is playing soccer on weekends. She claims ZAM has done nothing for Yo Maps. She claims ZAM has done nothing for Yo Maps' international success. Okay? May 3rd, 2026, evening, same day. B-Flow responds.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane. Okay? B-Flow responds sharply, telling Kidist to stay in her lane because she is not a musician. He reveals that he personally signed the visa and clearance documents that allowed Yo Maps to travel for international shows, proving ZAM's involvement behind the scenes. Okay. Part 3. We move from the Kidist and B-Flow back and forth. May 4th, 2026. The ultimate denial. Yo Maps breaks his silence, siding with his wife. Okay? He denies ever speaking to B-Flow and explicitly states, I am not editing or removing any video.
Okay.
He dares B-Flow to release any proof of their supposed conversation. May 5th, 2026, the deadlock. B-Flow challenges Yo Maps and his manager, DJ Kandeke, to give him permission to post private screenshots to prove his claims. So far, this is kind of like the back and forth that has been there on this issue. I had a look at the video and to check like if the edits have been made. They haven't removed the clips. Okay.
They've just censored.
Yeah, they've just parts. Blurred out the particular parts where like those incidents are happening. So I was laughing because even the blurring out, it's like a small circle in the mouth. It's like, but you can still kind of see like these two people are still kind of going to,
Like this was almost intimate.
Yeah, with the other clip, which is like in the end, the censoring, the blur of the censor is a bit bigger. Yeah, so it's a bit more obstructive. So that's what they've done in terms of like editing. But I was laughing because right after the clip for the two girls, then there's the clip now where the two girls kiss the guy. Like they kiss him on the cheeks and that type of thing. Yeah. But anyway, because I was just like, okay, so what values is that teaching your children? Like,
yeah.
You know, so again, at some point, it becomes a bit, it's a slippery slope. But the pastor said, I think it's a very important time for us as a nation to discuss, really get down to the issue of what exactly are our values, Just because we say certain things are our values, we also have to look at how we act and how we've been living.
Yeah.
Because I think your values reflect more from your actions rather than what you say your values are. Yeah. But anyway, what's your take on this whole thing, gents?
Like on the starting with which one? Because like the parts there now.
Let's start with the because you weren't on the last episode. We
Okay.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about the issue of them removing those clips? Like, what do you think there was any issue with those clips in the video?
Yeah. Bruh. I don't think for me, okay. When I saw kissing, I knew it was going to have a problem with one or two people say one or two things. Of course, they would be like, yeah, what's that teaching, Shanshani? But then we're also consumed by Western part where we've been seeing those, not even like just white people, black people do that.
Yes.
Who come from Africa, they go do that side. Since now they're in that territory, that side of doing whatever is allowed in that industry. So I saw that, but then I was like, my own people, they're going to take it there with this one.
Yeah.
But I didn't even really think like it was going to be there.
It would get this
bro,
far.
The other, there's a bishop, like what's his Joshua Pastor who?
Joshua Band.
Then I saw that the magnitude, like his star power is now big. People like that are getting involved, and that community, the religion, then like, what's that? Like, trim down.
Once the church gets into it, it becomes a bit of a serious issue.
Yeah, so I just quickly went into his PR at that point now, and then he's more centered on Oromanyimbo. It's more like the religious and stuff. So he even knew himself, like, there's nothing we can do but just abide. Yeah. So I think that's when he said, okay, just go edit the blah, blah, blah. So I was just thinking like, at least now he's just like, okay, let's just get it out of our way now.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, at least it's fair we know.
Then when it comes to the Kidist and B-Flow part of things, like just the way that whole thing turned out, the way they were engaging with each other, like what do you think about that? Do you think they should have just been going at each other like that on social media? Or what would have been the best way for them to do that?
I think to begin with, it's been a long time since seeing Kidist respond to certain like trends and whatever it is. So I was even surprised. I was like, okay, but like she's been quiet. Like,
she's toned down.
Like, she's been quiet. But when I saw her respond, I was actually like, probably they just want to feed in the energies that people can go and probably hear the album and watch the video, try to get numbers. I was like, this is just a stunt. I never took it serious. I was like, they're trying to feed their whole energy into the album, looking at the album is,
So, the Kidist sentiment with this, it's kind of like she mentioned something important to say, okay, look, if you're saying that you are calling out an artist based off of cultural values and this, then you have to be consistent. It can't just be, you can't just look at one artist and then say, oh no, video. What about all the other videos we are watching? And I think that's an important point that you made. Because now, since you flagged that in Yo Maps' video to say that your children are at risk of values, it means now you have to go back and reevaluate all the videos.
Start with the boy.
Yeah, and you see there are those worse type of contents in comparison to that. So now you have to go over all of that.
The other day, Kandeke shared, he just did this. So at the same time when that thing was going on, he shared now. Broken
yeah.
Why
he showed his butt. Yeah.
Like he was doing that.
I saw that.
Then it was like out now. Like he shared it like oh, this song is now out. Like I'm sharing I'm helping the song. But then he was like, why even this? Like why haven't you talked about this?
Yeah, because it kind of looks like it's a bit more targeted because they are really making a fuss about this particular video. And I think if we examine most of the videos that are out there, you'll find that is not the only video with such a clip.
It's not the only one.
There's probably more videos that have those type of clips, or maybe even worse.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people got concerned like that, looking at the numbers that Yo Maps is pulling and the number of people that look up at Yo Maps, kids, babies. Yeah, will be singing along to Yo Maps. I think that's the reason why.
Fast now.
I get it, but you see, even when you say that, like he's not the only artist.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
he's the
On
biggest
that one,
artist.
Yeah.
he's not
He's the
only
biggest
one.
artist. It has to be consistent. Look,
Yeah.
he might not do it, but
Yeah.
you see, the kids are also watching other artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not to say that any of the like, you know, there's other artists out there. There's Shidewan, there's Dismo, there's J Cash.
Yeah.
There are all these guys. There's Frank Rowe. There's a whole
Yeah.
wide thingy of these artists.
Of course.
Not to say that they're doing anything wrong, but they are also equal. Not maybe at the same magnitude, but all of them across the board are still influencing you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Venezuela.
Yeah,
You know?
and Toto.
Nah, don't even
Hey,
try.
bro. Hey.
The way like,
Nah.
Yeah, so you know, there's Toela, which are Cleo,
Zaven.
you know, they're out there
Deborah,
doing their thing. Not to say that these people are doing any, but these are very influential people to the youth and kids at large
course.
as well. So you can't just look at him and say, "Oh, hey, what's this?"
No, but you know, it's a rare thing where you find. Let's give an example of Deborah. It's a rare thing where you find a kid like that. Probably maybe in the Copper Belt, but in Lusaka, I haven't come across that. Where a child probably in the age range of 5, 6, you know, jamming to Deborah and everything.
That's
compared
difficult.
to Yo Maps.
That's difficult
Alright?
to measure, but you know, because there's so many kids all over the place, and how you can go everywhere and check that these are the songs that you know. Another place where you can see just how much influence like certain artists have. Go to the hood when there's a road show.
Yeah.
See how the kids
That's
are
true.
dancing.
Yeah,
See
that's
the
true.
songs the kids are
Yeah,
dancing.
that's true.
I once went to a road show called Chawam.
You don't want it and die.
Abai Chief Variation in nice but I think Abai Chief, where are they?
No, but then there was that artist that you said, like, when
Yes.
he got on stage.
Yeah,
How
Borokio.
Yeah.
That
Also,
time he wasn't
like,
even like known. But when he got on stage and started singing, like these kids were going crazy like throughout the crowd. Like this dude was a star in the hood.
in the hood, like, it's a
Like
proper
they were
hood
going
star, like,
bar
you
for
would say,
bar
like,
with
hood
him.
star.
Yeah. Bar for bar. Now that's somebody who's not that famous, but you can see just the level of
influence,
there.
The music is now everywhere.
Yes.
And then just going back to our issue there on the Kidist and thing. The first thing I just saw, like, you know, like Kidist, what she said, I was like, I know how women act. So this is like, why she turned up like this? Like, the guy that she's like putting his energy to, I even knew like, Mr. Biflo. No.
But
I
he
just
also
knew like he was going to take it easy. I knew like that energy. I knew he was not going to have it.
Yeah. No, definitely. He can't. He
'Cause
can't match that
I
image.
thought, listen, I know Kidist is in the management, definitely. That's why maybe sometimes she replies and then all those guys even like the post.
Oh, I was actually going to ask, like, because the way she responded, like, does she have a management role in terms of?
I think so.
She
I
does.
think
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's assumed that she does. Yes. It's assumed that she does. Because even the way like she responds, okay, if you want to have a management, does they respond? Then they approve of you by liking the post.
Yeah.
So then that means they are aware of what is being said and
Yes.
they need to refer. So I was just thinking like the man was behind his wife and then he knew like, okay, we're going to use you. It's okay, you can say what this is, just don't be out of line with this.
You know, that's the reason why.
She was there with it.
Yeah, that's the reason why when I saw that, I was like, yeah, no, they're trying to, you know, when I saw that, I was like, probably they're trying to make people be like, yeah, let's go watch again, let's make it to reach a 2 mil, 3, 4, like, let offers will make people go gravitate.
But then again, don't you
because it
think-
has worked for them.
But the numbers have gone up. But then again, don't you think it's a risk to their brand?
It is.
They know how much they can like get, you know, how much they can, you know. But guys, I think you know that I don't know if they've got a consultant with this social media thing. I think they know exactly what can hurt, like what's hurting them, and then
because when I say hurt again, you check the issue is this. I think with most artists, it's not really hurting them in terms of their fans, but hurting their brand in relation to working with other brands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you behave in a certain way and you do certain things, brands start distancing themselves from you.
Yeah.
Because their company values don't align with yours.
Yeah.
So they'll just sideline you. You know, you're working with banks or whatever, whatnot, they'll start blocking. So those shows used to go do for 50 G a
They'll
night
drop.
or what, they'll stop calling you. Once those calls start coming through, then now stuff becomes a bit tricky. That's when now you realize like, oh snap, like this thing was actually very relevant in like my career.
Yeah.
I think maybe I get where Yo Maps and the team are coming from, because DJ Kandeke kind of said like his sentiments were kind of like, why is it always Maps? Like people, it's like
The
you're
energy
just
always gets so
like it's like you're just targeting him, you know. And from the way it's been done, it's like, okay, you flag this one video, like no, let's pick out a bunch of other videos again. Let's also flag them. So they do have a point on that. But I think their response also needed to be a bit more calculated and more orderly. You know, I saw somebody writing, the whole engagement between B-Flow and Kidist was a bit disappointing.
On whose part?
Both.
Both parts.
On both parts.
Okay.
One, on Kidist's part. I don't know in what capacity she was saying that. If she's management, it was still not done very well. There's that statement which she wrote, say, oh no, whatever. She kind of wrote it formally and whatnot. But that whole back and forth, say ZAM, David Bola and whatnot, and you know, like you never helped Maps with anything and that type of thing. You know, it just creates that bad energy around the industry. And it also makes you look a certain way. Like, why can't you just engage professionally with this stuff? Because you're speaking on behalf of the biggest artist brand in the country. So you have to deal with such issues very delicately. So, you know, some even went as far as suggest, like, I think Maps and his team need to hire PR.
Yeah.
They need to hire a professional PR firm so that whenever they have a situation which needs attention or to be responded to, the PR firm now steps in and then can now handle the crisis of it. Because those are professionals who are trained to do that for brands. Whereas if you are responding from an emotional perspective, you can be right, but you get it.
True.
You know, this is one question I wanted to ask you. Just away from the Yo Maps brand, that was speaking about brands. Haven't you seen other brands, bigger brands elsewhere, engaging in the same way? Before they give like a statement on his official page, of course. But before that, it's going to be still like back and forth. I've seen a lot of artists like when there's an issue, it's hey, umunom, until now finally on his official page, maybe that's when now they get hold of the account or whatever it is. You see now they've posted on his official page. Oh no. Oh, so his views, they just state that he's they just make it now official, like it's official on his page. But this man was having woman was having a back and forth with their opponent like that. And people, you know, it gets people excited. Because they'll see the same day, hey, we're waiting for Beeflo, team what? Team what? People want to choose a side.
It does get people excited. That's what I was saying. That stuff can be exciting on the fan level.
On the fan
but
level,
in the corporate world,
it doesn't.
It's different.
It's messing up with your
brand.
It's messing up like because brands that want to work with you, they want to align with your values. You know, so certain companies are very strict, or certain industries, you know, even just certain words, if you insult in your songs, like you can't even work with them. You know, we are not even talking about, you having people kissing or doing what in your
We're
video.
not even working.
Yeah, just what you are singing about, if it doesn't align with their values,
you cut.
It's a wrap. So on the corporate side of things, that's where the risk is. And that's where the big money comes from.
Yeah.
Because like a star like Yo Maps is not necessarily making money from the fans. Zambian people buy music.
Since now we're talking about streaming, so people are on these platforms, they're streaming.
Yeah, but what are those numbers? What are those numbers? And even when we say streaming, the majority of Zambian streamers are on what?
I would say YouTube.
Boomplay.
Now people have kind of like
Boomplay.
You would
Right
say
now it's
Boomplay and YouTube.
Yeah,
But
I would say
those are
YouTube.
free platforms. You're not paying anything for them. You know, it's like the other guy,
YouTube.
KB and I Able Black. That's why I kept on saying, Then you can join Spotify because Spotify has paying users and whatnot. I think even Boomplay has, but most people use it because
You mean
have
YouTube?
the free feature. Boomplay and YouTube. YouTube is free. You're not paying anything for
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, you mean
get
as
it?
you as an artist? Oh, you
No,
mean
just
when,
as a consumer.
when consuming the thing?
Yeah, because
okay.
my point is this: like, yes, you can excite the fans. The fans, I think, the fans in Zambia, what they do is they give you validation to say that they are a validation of how big your brand is, or rather, how much you appeal to a wider audience.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. They are just a proof to show that, okay, there's people who actually listen and engage with your brand.
Yeah.
That's what the fans are.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that they're the ones who are paying you. Okay?
Uh,
The ones who pay you the bulk of that money most of the times is the corporates, especially with the bigger artists. Because if you go for Mosi Day of Thunder, who's paying you?
It's more
Zambia Breweries.
Zambia Breweries.
You get it. You go for another big show, who's paying you? They get other corporate shows where it's like, oh, maybe a company or maybe I'm not sure if the banks or whatever, but these big companies will call them, maybe the telecom company. So end of year party.
Yeah.
Shanshanuko event. You are called to these big events with these big people who've got corporate money. These are very big clients. Then if you give them an invoice of, let's say, 100,000 per show, they won't start looking at you sideways and saying, you get it. They'll just simply say, oh, okay, we'll send the payment on tomorrow. Come through. You get it. But the fans, though, the fans are also questionable. Because if you put out an album, yeah, people will buy. But not to the level that if people were really in tune and were really about buying and supporting brands.
I think I would love to see the way Yo Maps is like. Yeah, he's got numbers on his Facebook page. Like he's got numbers everywhere. Like even Chile one.
Yeah.
Like where you get to drop your album. First of all, don't put it on Spotify or any other streaming platform.
Just drop it.
Just sell it
independently.
like just even a 10 kwacha per copy. And see the monies that you'd put.
Yeah, and that would be very good because then now we'll really see just how much the
I would
fans
love to see
love
that.
you.
Yeah.
And the best way to do it is don't make it like where people are just sending you money. We can't see that. Create a website or a web page which will have a counter on it.
Yeah.
Every time your album is bought, somebody pays that 200 kwacha. That number is going up. And then we also have somebody external to validate that to say, okay, these are actually real
Numbers.
data. This is actually real data and real numbers. It's not just somebody behind the keyboard inflating it. Yeah, that would be very dope. So in terms of like we're saying, like the handling the brand now to B-Flow's part, like I was saying, B-Flow also made the mistake to engage Kidist like that. He's the ZAM president.
Okay.
Plus, B-Flow has also been on other bigger platforms and other things like that. So he's not just an individual. He has to engage in a particular way. Then also, like that whole issue of issuing ZAM statements on his page and whatnot. Those things should come from the ZAM page. ZAM should have the PR wing of it writing those statements.
Because B-Flow is independent.
B-Flow just posts, so we chatted, we talked with Yo Maps about this, and this. No, he shouldn't do that. ZAM themselves should have their PR who types out those statements to say, okay, yes, we engaged Maps as ZAM, so and so. Then B-Flow can repost to his Facebook. Yeah, but in your back and forth, especially saying Kidist stay in your lane. You know, and you know, Kidist is not one to back away from a fight, man.
Like that.
But
me and you, there's no difference when it comes to music.
You're not even
the only difference is just that you're Nakumana or Bam.
But hey,
Kifle.
some disrespectful shit.
Picture that.
Some disrespectful
your
stuff.
Whole career just come say that stuff about
it. Some disrespectful stuff.
No, she's not one to back away from a fight. That's what I say.
Yeah.
He should have known better as well, you know. Because for him to go there and say, no,
but I would say
you're not a musician. Yes, we know she's not a musician. He should have just maintained his official position. People already respect him and already know, like, he's not that type of guy.
Yeah.
You get it? There was no need to go in the mud as well and just like
he got himself in the mud.
Yeah. So he should have just...
She dragged him to hell, man.
Yeah. he bit into the bait.
Yeah, shit.
And because even the Kahol thing they
couldn't
keep saying
beat it,
about
man.
ZAM, like, man, now you've just become a football team.
Yeah,
You know, like,
shit.
and again, this is where now, like, in relation to like the PR for ZAM, because B-Flow mentions to say, no, they signed off on visas for Yo Maps. He also went on to mention how exactly they engaged with Yo Maps and Kandeke, despite the two denying that there was such a engagement.
Yeah.
The PR for us is for ZAM was supposed to... You're
Come
supposed
in.
to talk about those things. You sign a visa thingy for Maps. Publicize that. Let it be known.
Well,
So,
you gotta face Z.
yeah, you're just quiet. Now, how are people going to
Fina
know?
konse-
Yeah.
Yeah.
konse fintu kwati ni nkama.
Yes, you can't leave. You can't just let people assume and guess what you are doing. If you are doing critical things and important things like that, highlight them. You know, say, oh, our biggest star is going for a show in Burkina Faso. We facilitated for this. Not my big. So
Yeah,
that
signing,
people know,
yeah.
Manja Palace,
And
they're
you
not
get
joking.
to people, and you get people like to be like, okay,
So
these are
ZAM
the
actually
benefits
does
of
stuff, yes,
so let me
you
join
know.
ZAM.
Yeah, now if you're not
Because that's
showcasing-
content for them.
Yeah.
Not even that. Not aside just from
Like
being
it's a
content,
big highlight.
Yeah, aside from
They
being
should
content,
pin that.
it gives them validation for existing.
Yeah.
It shows that they actually do play an active part in our industry.
Yeah.
Now, when they're not showing those things, they show us more of the soccer.
Yeah.
That's why now people are throwing this just a football player.
Yeah.
You get it.
And you know, but you know, after talking about brands and helping the brand, Yo Maps has got a new endorsement deal.
Okay, from?
It's now the ambassador.
Yeah, okay. Again,
Just after this same
no,
time.
again, companies differ.
Yeah.
When we say the corporate world, it's not like all of them have the same brand values.
Of course.
So betting companies
Betting
have
companies,
a
I
very
guess they
different
don't
ethos.
care. Like, hey, we want where there's the numbers.
Because like, I don't think it has dented this thing so much, but I think it has had an impact, it's had an effect. Say, oh, okay, this situation now, like for it to go as far as it has gone, you have the IBA, the National Arts Council coming in and whatnot, because those are now bodies and organizations that can put pressure on the corporates as well. Say, yo, if you're doing work with this guy, hey, we're gonna push for you to also get some stuff, you know. Yeah, but that's in regards to like the branding of ZAM and the back and forth and you know how the whole situation played out.
Yeah.
And I also understand, like, you know, because Maps has been through a lot.
Too much.
He's not a stranger
online.
to drama. Like he's usually every now and
I
then.
guess he's used to drama now. Like,
I don't think you get used.
he's
as
used
person.
and he knows
Bro, you can
that
never get used to like today. Hey,
No,
like there's a certain different type of hate all the time. It's just like you would say that.
Yes, you know, like it disturbs you. It's always like, you know. I think at this particular point, it was like, for a while, it was quiet. And, you know, you're just feeling like, I think now, like, I can flex with my brand. You know, I've grown, I'm doing this thing.
Yeah.
Just when you think you can have a good rollout and what's this, then boom! That thing that you thought you left comes back and gets you.
a guy I mean sometimes but I still respond very you come at my house with the what? Toyota Allion. Yeah? No. Matauza alipanze yanganda mtengo wako Allion.
That's like him, bro. That's him
bro,
having it
inside
like,
my
yo,
yard,
good.
there looks like Range, Mustang, Porsche.
And you know what?
We
Like, you know, Abapene Pakachapa, I don't know if he was trying to make like content for his songs. Like now it was time for him to do that. So he was like on like live. Then he was like, so Kali, you could even tell like, yo, are they so defensive on this side? You know? So he says like, in fact, you know what? Let me play my favorite song from this album. Maybe it's my favorite song in this whole album. You know, I say it's the number one song in Negative Energy. Yeah. So I'm saying, but not in if you want pasa munyimbo ali basaka direct munyimbo munamwine bonse abaso aba
but then again now we come back to the bigger issue away from the branding and all those things.
Yeah.
So looking at this issue that man pointed out, you know, I think it's an important time for us as a country to really sit down and think about what our values are.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that it had to come via Yo Maps' new album rollout, and it had to become this whole big controversial mudslinging back and forth type of arrangement. But it has raised some very important questions. I think, and I always say, as Zambians, we're not very reflective. We kind of just do our thing. We go forward. We go forward. We go forward. No, but you see, you can't progress much if you don't have introspection.
Yeah, of course.
Because when you introspect, you get to understand yourself better.
Yes.
And then now you can position yourself better.
Yeah.
But as a nation, we don't introspect so much. We never really look at important or critical things to say, okay, first, what is this? Why are we still doing this? Why do we have this phenomenon? What does it mean? Are we really the things we say we are?
Yeah.
If we say we're a Christian nation, what is our behavior?
Yeah.
Is it reflective of Christianity?
And what's the measure of that?
Yeah. Again, all those things. So you have to really sit down and ask yourself those questions.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't have that, you just be lost in the source. You'll be picking up different things and whatnot. So that's what this whole issue has raised. Outside the drama and the back and forth, that's the very important question. What are our values?
But don't our values just remain intact? All those things have just been intact from the beginning. Just that people now just have less nankane with it. People now just, because it's a choice for everyone. So people just make that choice and decide that, no, I think it's okay now. Yeah, but then I think there's a lot of things. It's just not here alone.
No, it's not here alone, of course. It's everywhere. But again, this is our country. Yeah. So we have to look at our country first before we can start looking at other people and say, oh, it's like you have a family problem. Maybe your parents don't like you. Maybe your parents like one sibling more than the other. Okay. That doesn't just happen in your home. The other homes are definitely going through it. But we have to address the issue in our home.
Yeah.
That's what the situation is. And our values are not just intact. Again, that's what I'm saying. Even our values, what are they? That's what I'm saying. We need to define what those are.
Yeah.
Because some of the things that we are saying are our values that we are going by. Where did they come from?
Yeah.
We have to, at what point are we going to use as a reference? Say, oh, this is where our values come from. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because through time, we've been adopting, and there's all these external influences which are shaping and changing the way you think. Then there's also your culture and your traditions, which some you have kept, some have changed, some are changing over time. So in that flux, of course, culture and all these traditions and all this, they are dynamic things. They change.
Yeah.
So you have to sit down and understand, okay, despite all these things changing, what are our core values as Zambians? Yeah. Because me, in my opinion, when I look at the whole situation, like I said, your values are shown better through your actions than you telling someone that my values are this.
True.
Yeah,
you can tell me you're a Christian, but your behavior, if your behavior is every weekend you in the club, you never go to church, you always like with 3 different chicks every time I meet you, take them to the same spot for lunch. Yeah.
You're not a Christian.
Yeah, you in the club, you grabbing something.
Hey, man, you're still a Christian, man.
No, bro, like your lifestyle.
You're just not.
No. Your lifestyle is not in alignment with what you claim to be. It's like we are going
to be saved by the grace of God.
You always just out there chilling, you eat like crap.
We are going to be saved by the grace. No man is righteous.
No, again, I think that's just an excuse. You can say no man is righteous. Yes, we get
That's what the Bible says.
Yes.
We try to live according to the standards like of Jesus Christ, but we
so when
we
you say
try.
when you say you try to live, that's a very different thing. I think people just don't even try. They just take on the badge of saying, no, I'm a Christian. Yeah. So we examine your values. In Zambia, what is it that you do?
It's a blend of Christianity and traditional values.
So, Christianity and traditional values.
What is Christianity? So, if ifwe.
Kai ne fonde kani.
Eh.
Fia kwa fet mwalande fet awe if mulera ndapakanwa. But tamufika na filia.
Yeah,
To
and,
the man to
and the other
Then
thing,
just be people. Don't claim that munimwe wobe na Kristu.
That we belong somewhere. We belong somewhere.
Yeah, in the streets, dog.
and talking about values, I think in Zambia, there are certain things they'll pick out,
Yeah.
and certain things will just comfort themselves. Like,
Yes, they'll comfort themselves.
yeah,
Oh,
oh, these are values, but certain things like you are doing, but muref stamarinet.
if you feel same, you know. No, for real. For real. And that's how some people look at it. You know, when I feel so people pick and choose the hierarchy of what's wrong.
Yeah, you know, there's that thing that people do, like saying that, no, me, I like to drink. There's one thing I heard, like out there, like, oh, me, I just like to drink. The only time that I drink is when I'm taking it home, so that when I drink, I sleep, I don't insult.
Okay.
You understand? So that day they were out, so they say that, so after this cup, I'm going now, instead of my bottles last, we are pushing a kunganda.
Yeah.
I won't offend anyone.
Yeah.
I want you to sin. Do you think that's okay? Do you think having that kind of mindset is okay?
Hey,
If
that's what your cup of tea
enjoying
is,
that
bro.
company,
At least anyway, you have some awareness to know that you become a problem when you drink.
Yeah.
And you have the sense to separate yourself. I guess that's not a problem.
Yeah.
But I bet for him it was like, that's us. If we have a finger or then then you're a Christian, I feel like you don't oh no, me I want to drink and I go like if you don't want to sin.
Yeah,
like,
so even those things.
When
like
Christians drink,
drinking.
like what do they say? Like it's drinking is for
I'm not sure what some people. Most people like quoting the Bible verse of Jesus turning water into wine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be like,
but
he
people
did
like
that.
yeah,
If
but
he
the
did
reality
that.
is, like drinking in itself. The thing with drinking is kind of like it gets you closer to behaving badly.
Yeah.
Because when you drink, it alters your perception and the way you are looking at things.
Yeah.
Kula like kagate mu brain. Akabapo when you're sober. So kutu asa tontonga ati nalaba tukana baba mdaraba but kayaka gate epo kayikaza chitete. Boom! Nomba ngawambo kunwa kayaka gate kalaka kusuka kaleshuka. So pali awale eminina pa to hold yourself back. You end up now. Yeah. So that's what the problem with drinking is. It's not the drinking in itself, but you putting yourself in that environment where you are closer to do something wrong.
Yeah.
It's like you saying like you have a stack of money. Then you go take yourself like when you might not get robbed, but the environment you're in is most likely to happen. You're walking out there like a mark. You've got all of this stuff on you. Sometimes even if your pockets are not showing, the chances of you just getting
so high.
lit, are so high. Yeah. So that's the thing with alcohol.
Yeah.
So people have different justifications, but the behaviors that come out of the behavior, I think, is the main thing to examine.
Yeah.
If you're a Christian, you drink, and you constantly behave in bad ways when you drink. Hey, what's that about? What are you still defending though?
Oh yeah.
What are you still defending?
Timo Christ.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. Oh, let's be merry. But balance. And the reality is that some people just don't know how to hold their liquor.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah. There are certain people who can drink, be cordial, have a very respectful engagement, have their limits intact. They know how to measure themselves. But typically, in Zambia, like we drink to defeat the alcohol.
And that will never happen. And that will never happen.
And that will never happen because you can't defeat alcohol. That's how you lose. You get drunk and you end up in these things. So you check. So that's what becomes the issue. So let's examine our values. Finish it to chita. Zambia, we know the things, how people behave, how they carry themselves, the values that they are portraying, not the things they're telling me, but the values that they're portraying.
Yeah. It's different.
It's very
It's
un-Christian.
different.
Hey.
My brothers, it's different.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
We Christians here.
Twitter safer.
But we are good people. You know, if you see how, like, no, when I put again and kind of, you know, the number of mosques that are around,
Yeah.
you know, we you know, quite I feel like send abantu, you know, to send abantu.
That's one way to look at it.
To send abantu.
That's abapanset. Ngabo
No,
muikana.
bro, like, they're trying to put me in a very, very the spot. Oh, no.
No, all I'm saying is there's a lot to examine in this.
Yeah.
Like it's an important moment for us as a country.
Yeah.
There actually needs to be something done to sit down, like an indaba of some sort.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to. The outcome doesn't necessarily have to. The outcome doesn't have to be. Or rather, it doesn't have to result in laws or whatever, chan. But just having the discussion, just being conscious of the current moment and the atmosphere we're in, just to recalibrate, say, okay, guys, where exactly are we?
Yeah.
Where are we coming from? Where are we saying we're going? Are we still on track? So that we recalibrate. We need that. That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
No,
again, so Yo Maps in an unorthodox way has still contributed to the country.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for his song and his video, you wouldn't have this critical moment to pause and really think about your values as Zambians.
Oh, yeah.
So you still need to send that cake. Buy his album.
Send him to more countries. Let him do more international shows.
Mr.
Let's
Cap,
go.
I'm just going to ask this dude.
Yeah.
Last time he wasn't on the previous episode.
No.
This is the question I asked 008.
Mhm.
If it were guys
In the video.
in the video
But
who did that,
Nah.
Sound of life.
He did it different. Eh?
First of all, listen, man. The only reason why we can see that and then I want like we've been to certain places and you see girls kissing. You know, yeah, okay.
Oh, you seen that?
I'm just saying it, bro. Yes, I've seen it. You see girls kissing. For some, it says, oh, that's a normal thing, but then not like the deep kiss. Oh, whatever they could do to just like introduce each other and if they like each other.
What kind of places are you going to?
No, bro. You won't go there. No, bro. So on that part, bro. On that part, like if it was guys, why don't you say No. We're not meant to narrate that. They're getting cancelled. They're getting.
But it's still homosexuality.
it
Yeah.
is.
That's those like, yeah, we are not messing with that.
I'm a G's.
Jeez, nah.
In essays.
It hasn't gotten to that point, man. In a video, music video, right?
Okay.
No.
Mukababa first day, we boy there.
No. That is. Imagine someone wants to sponsor your video, but say, I'm going to sponsor everything, but I'm going to put just a scene in the video where that can happen.
No,
what are you saying?
And I guess certain
What are you saying, bro?
items of that do have. How much money are we talking?
Yeah,
that's
it's
the thing.
about like.
But he says it's going to sponsor you like this. This is just like a.
Right, can't just end in sponsoring my video and make it
there
do
must
that alone.
Yeah.
I
Some
mean, he's
conversation,
willing to like make you travel for a certain music video. So just okay, I'll sponsor this shit.
Right.
And then
We're not talking about if I'm
It's
going.
going
That's
to
a
give you
risk,
something,
bro.
definitely, man.
That's
definitely.
a risk. The risk has to be worth the reward. You know?
Yeah. Obviously, I have to pick up on MPR, but then that's still presented to you. Like, are you going like ahead with that or not?
You know, that's a very good question to ask.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been thinking about that
Yeah.
question, like not in relation, not just that,
Not this, okay.
but that question is. There's a fundamental question.
it's
kind
a whole
of
other
like,
topic, huh?
yeah, there's a fundamental question in that. It can be applied to different things.
Different things, I know.
But the question, the general question, the way I would ask it is, would you compromise your so-called values, or would you pollute the values of other people
Of
who
your
are
land.
not of that thing because of a financial reward?
Yes.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our podcast. Whatever your thoughts are, engage with us. kuma TikTok ukonoti mukazibura mutukwana kwadi vasaiba ini warning on this platform we are not going to tolerate vakutukana so ngakusanga fatu repose and you'll be cited for cyber. Consider yourself warned, but entertained as well. With that said, this has been the Land of Work and Joy podcast. We love you, despite some of you hating. Bring it all, man. We're ready for this. Catch us on the next one.
Peace.